Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing pretty good today. Just wanted to give you guys some background information in terms of the full moon in Libra. It just so happens that the sun as of now is in Aries, so it's opposing the Libra moon, which Aries and Libra are opposite zodiacal signs. So just to remind everyone, Aries is independent, self-interest, leadership, and action, while Libra is partnership, social life, balance, and fairness. So the overall general meaning of this particular full moon in Libra is that we must become more aligned with what is important to us as individuals and to incorporate this into our relationships and partnerships of all kinds by creating more balance within the relationship or partnership. So I just wanted to give you guys some little background information on it. And due to the opposing or the opposition, I wanted to go ahead and do a little special for you guys in terms of each sign. So go ahead and watch your sign and watch your reading and make sure to like, share, subscribe, and also comment and tell me what you guys think. All right. I also wanted to provide you guys with a card placement / position, little key here. So for the first card, it stands for releasing, things you should be letting go of in your life. The second is retaining, things you should be holding close to you. The third card is receiving, things that are coming into your life. The fourth card is surroundings, how the world around you is affecting you. Then we have the fifth card, which is giving, what you should be giving to others. Then the sixth card is beginning, something new that will begin soon. And then the final card is your lesson, what you should be learning at this point. All right, guys, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Hello, Gemini, and here's your reading for the Libra full moon. Let's go and shuffle the deck. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede into this reading to provide Gemini with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay the messages as they are meant to be. All right, Spirit, go ahead and release the first card for Gemini for releasing. Okay, 2 popped out. I'll go ahead and put those back. Release the first card, Spirit. 2 keeps popping out, okay. I'm going to take these 2 since they keep popping out in 2s. So for the first, releasing here, and for the second, retaining. The Hierophant for releasing. And then the 9 of Swords in reverse for retaining. And release the third card for receiving. Release the third card for receiving for Gemini. This card wants to pop out. The High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so we're going to release the fourth card for surroundings for Gemini. The 4 of Swords upright. We're going to release the 5th card for giving for Gemini. for the Libra full moon, please. The Ace of Cups in reverse for giving. Release a 6 card for Gemini for beginning. I'm going to take these two. So for beginning, Temperance upright. And for the 7th and final card, the Emperor in reverse. So for things you should be letting go of in your life, the Hierophant. When I see this card in this position, I start to get the feeling that there's nothing wrong with seeking wisdom in terms of with other people or from other people. But I kind of feel in this card, or with this card in this position, Gemini, I kind of feel like you should be letting go of, I don't want to say not asking for help or not asking for guidance, but maybe start to kind of maybe do things your own way, or maybe look to yourself more for the wisdom and for the guidance and seeking knowledge. I want to say it's more for with yourself. Because when you do that, you end up building confidence within yourself. And you end up making better decisions because you stay true to who you are. And I'm also getting the feeling, maybe be careful who you do ask for wisdom or guidance. If you are ever stuck within a situation, just be very careful as to who you speak to. Not that I'm saying that they may have ulterior motives or maybe a detrimental motive or something to that effect. I want to say it's more of make sure, let's say, consider the source type of situation. But I'm also getting the feeling back to maybe make your own decisions through your own opinion in terms of your wisdom and in terms of how you need to approach situations. Because then we learn as well through our mistakes. We would also like to avoid mistakes, yes, of course, which is great. And I'm also kind of getting the feeling as well, see how he's carrying the key there? It must be a burden sometimes to have to carry certain things around with you and have the discernibility to maybe not speak about certain things, because that's also a wise thing, is knowing when to say anything or when to express certain situations around certain people or at certain times. I want to say that goes back to kind of maybe more trusting your gut in terms of how you would like to handle situations and how you're going to seek knowledge and wisdom through your own identity and through your own ways, and the way that you're going to go about doing it is more of on an individual, personal basis. or things you should be holding close to you. The Ten of Swords in, the Nine of Swords in reverse. The things you should be holding close to you is being thankful for the situations as to which you have conquered, or the situations that you have managed to cope with or deal with, and to hold those, and to hold that, basically that knowledge and that wisdom that you've gained from conquering those experiences, and remembering how hard it was for you during those times. So I feel like holding those lessons and holding the aspects as to which you've learned during those situations, hold those close to you. Because as well, when you come out of periods of despair and come out of worries and also self battles, you're a better person. And you're able to give back to everyone else that you are involved with or that you associate with. You end up giving back to them more of the genuine you and who you actually are. And be thankful for those experiences that seemed like there was no end to them, or that there was an impasse or somewhat of a stagnant force. Because we always need to be thankful for our struggles. For without them, we would never stumble across our strength. I believe this is what I'm getting from this card in this position. So for the third position, things that are coming into your life, I feel like there may be moments of self-doubt, or not really knowing where to go or which road to take. So this card in this position speaks to me by relaying to you to trust your intuition. Don't let others sway you in terms of, we should do it this way, you should do it that way. Of course, listen and take it into consideration. But I feel like you're going to have to use your intuition a lot more. It's going to be more prevalent. And I want to say there's going to be small little things that may come up. And it's going to be a test of your intuition and how you are actually listening to it. And also grasping the truth and the gravity of situations. And based upon that, having a discernible soul. And also having confidence in yourself that you can trust yourself to make those sound decisions. Making sure to always check in with yourself to see if you're staying true to who you are, and if you're listening to that little voice inside, that guide that has been bestowed upon you. And when you get that little feeling in your gut that says no or yes, make sure you always listen to it, because it's there for a reason. So in the fourth position, and how the world around you is affecting you, we have the Four of Swords. Another sign got this. I can't remember exactly who, but I want to say I'm getting the same message from it. Whenever the storm is raging on, it's extremely important for you to take a step back and for you to be still and for you to calm yourself during the storm. Let the storm rage while you stay calm. There may be moments of or times when you need to just take that step back, think about everything that has transpired, and really assimilate it and take it in and understand where it went wrong versus what happened. But most importantly, to not make that same mistake. One time, shame on them. 2 times, shame on you. You know, sort of in that sense. And being reflective over certain situations and remembering the struggles within all of the mishaps that you encounter. To be brave and to know that you can handle any situation that gets thrown at you. It just takes a little bit of reflection and contemplation, and trusting your intuition and using that wisdom that you have acquired throughout all these years and applying it to situations. So what you should be giving to others. The Ace of Cups in reverse, I want to say it's going back to maybe the Four of Swords, and maybe to the Hierophant, and maybe a little bit of the High Priestess in reverse too. Be careful who you give your cup to. Be mindful of whether or not that person actually deserves it. If that person is giving you anything back in return. We should always give without a motive, or we should always give without maybe necessarily expecting anything back. But when I say giving things back to you, I mean in the sense of when you have issues, does that person pick up the phone and talk to you at 3 o'clock in the morning? Are they giving you enough to where you can call that person a friend, a relative, a lover, anything of the sort? And do you really have joy within the company of that person or those people? Make sure to always re-examine everything and really ask yourself, is this really worth my time? Is it serving me in a positive way? If the negatives outweigh the positives, you may need to rethink things. And also realize who you're giving your cup to and who you're letting sip out of it. Are they sipping out of your cup, or are they devouring the entire thing? Are they imbibing the whole entire cup, or is it just little sips at a time? And then you have to ask yourself, are you doing that to their cup? Are you guys drinking evenly, in a sense, from each other's cup? And based upon that decision, you get your answer. Now, when something new that will begin soon, you got Temperance. This card in this position is speaking to me by you're going to learn to, I don't want to say heal better or more efficiently, but I feel like you're going to forgive yourself for things that have come to fruition within your life or some of the mistakes that you've made. And just finding healing and renewal within your soul, within your being. And understanding that mistakes happen. But you can't keep beating yourself up for those mistakes. And if people really do truly love you and appreciate you, they'll understand, no, we can't keep making the same mistake, because that's temperance in reverse in a sense. But back to where did it go wrong versus what happened? And I feel like you're going to find that inner strength within you to accomplish that. And to not have to apologize sometimes for maybe I'm going to say some of your ignorance, but not in a negative sense. In terms of, a lot of people misconstrue the word negative. I'm sorry, not negative. They misconstrue the word ignorant. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're naive or you're dumb or you're stupid. What is it's someone or something that doesn't know. So if they make mistakes because they truly don't know and they aren't privy to the fact, is that really their fault? So I feel like it's going to be healing and renewal and putting your blood, sweat, and tears into making yourself that better person. You're not having to apologize for certain things that have happened, but just acknowledging them and moving forward. And for your seventh and final card of what you should be learning at this point in your lesson are the things that you're doing. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. It's the Emperor in reverse. The things that you're doing or the accomplishments that you've made, basically your accolades in all sense and aspects, do they truly make you happy? And do they truly provide that sense of stability? If they do, wonderful. If they don't, then we need to heal again. We need to find out where it went wrong. We need to always remember to trust our intuition and seek wisdom and guidance within ourselves and other people that we actually trust and give our cup to. You need to protect your stability, just like the Emperor. And in order for you to have the confidence to protect the stability, you have to have the confidence in making the sound decisions that you know you can make. Because the right decision isn't always the most convenient or the most comfortable. But, pain is temporary, regret is forever. So you must remember to always take that step back in stillness and make those sound decisions that you know you need to make to better your life and to be able to have the vitality to protect that stability in which you crave and want very, very deeply. Okay, Gemini, just as a recap, I feel like you're going to find a little bit more trust within yourself because you're going to think about things a little bit more thoroughly before you react or before you do certain things or make certain decisions. And you need to trust your intuition. You have to trust it because you have all the answers. And also just be very, very careful to maybe who you speak to that provides you with some wisdom or some guidance. Because we want to make sure that we give our cup and we are allowing people to drink out of our cup who is worthy and who actually is a viable source. All right, Gemini? You got it this month. Alrighty. I hope you enjoyed your special for the Libra full moon.